Yeah, it's another day. I couldn't find a job. I couldn't get a job. Um, and the thing that happened yesterday, I was told by um Career Source. Career Source is a place where you go and find a job. And if you on food stamps, the food stamp people take away your food stamp and refer you to go there. And then they check in with the food stamp people to say like, okay, he was there, so you could continue his food stamps and stuff like that. So they cut my food stamp. Usually they never do that, but I don't know why. But all of a sudden they cut my food stamp. Now I'm going over there to the place. Went over there yesterday, and the lady told me in order for me to continue my food stamp, I have to watch a video for 4 hours a day, and that's it. And then I get to keep my food stamp. And I told her, I was like, I'm not watching no video for no 4 hours. And it's just only video that it is only training video. So you training, it's a training video about work and stuff that I already know how to do. I'd rather look for a job than watch a video. You know what I'm saying? Because I think last time, probably like 5 years ago, they used to tell you that you had to look for a certain amount of jobs every day, and you gotta turn them in to the DCF people to let you know that, okay, you trying to look for a job so you can keep your food stamps. So now I think they switched it up. Now you have to watch a video for 4 hours. That's what she told me, and I started laughing. I was like, how the hell you want me to watch a video for 4 hours, bro? Like, I'm not watching no video for no 4 hours every day, and you have to total up 80 hours of video time. And I was like, nah, man, I'm not doing that. So I go out there, and I told the lady, man, I'm not doing that. And then there was another lady who came up, oh, you want to work? I was like, yeah, I want to work, man. She like, yeah, she got a job for me. I said, yeah? I said, where at? She said, go over here tomorrow morning and sign up, and then you're going to work full time every day in Opalaka. So I was like, all right. Go over there. She gave me the wrong address. She gave me the right address. And then, no, first, this is what she told me. She said, every time I wake up, put water on my face, so I just start getting sinuses, But this is what she told me. She said, oh, I was sitting down to the lady, and I was laughing. I was like, man, I ain't doing that job, man. If that's the case, y'all can keep y'all food stamp, bro. I ain't gonna be sitting out there at my spot, bro, for 4 hours watching videos. That's not gonna get me no job. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. So I told, and then the lady like, oh yeah, you want to work? She said she got a warehouse gig for me. You gonna work every day? I was like, for real? She said, yeah, every day you gonna work. All you got to do is tomorrow, you go to this address, tell them that I referred you, and you signed the application over there, and you'll start work on Tuesday, which is like on Friday. So I was like, all right, straight. And then I go out there. She gave me the wrong address. Then I was calling her, and she was dodging me, hanging the phone up. I was like, what? She said no, and she hung up the phone. I was like, what the hell going on here? So she kept on hanging up the phone. Finally, I just kept on calling. Then, finally one of her other homies picked up the phone and, you know what I'm saying, and started saying, oh, what's your number? I said, bitch, I ain't got no number. I have a number though, but they started lying to me, so it prompted me to lie to them. I was like, bitch, I ain't got no number, because I'm thinking they're going to block my number You know what I'm saying? Since I was so far, and it was Friday, and that was my last $40. It took me like $15 to get there on the train. I had to catch a bus, so like $15 to get there, bitch. That was my last. I had $30, so that was my last $30. And then my cell phone bill was due the same day, which was, well, the next day. And then I was like, man, bro, they got me out here falsifying jobs and shit, bro. I was like, man, this ain't gonna happen today, bro. I just blew the whole phone up. Finally, somebody picked up. Oh, she's gonna call you back. After I told her that I wasn't finna give her my number, I said, hell no, I'm not calling you. You not calling me back. I ain't got no number. This ain't my phone. And she said, well, I said, what time you want me to call back? She said, call back in 10 minutes. I was like, all right. I called back in 20 minutes. And for sure, the whole picked up. Oh, what's going on? I was like, yo, bro, you sent me to a place with they sell donuts and coffee. She like, you don't like that job? I was like, it ain't about that I don't like the job, bitch. You told me you gonna send me to a warehouse job. And I came in that bitch ready. I had my reflectors on, steel toe boots, long pants, ready to work, warehouse work. And then I'm going to some fancy restaurant looking like a junkie, bro. Like, I'm warehouse ready, you feel me? So I asked the lady at the counter, I said, I want an application. Even though, you know, it kind of felt like it was because I was black. She's like, no, I'm not giving you an application. I was like, why not? She said, no, I'm not giving you an application. You know, they Spanish. They just continue to say the same thing. So I just left. And then finally I called the lady. I was like, man, you gave me the wrong address. Da, 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 da. That's not the place you said that I was supposed to be working at. And then she said, hold up. Let me give you another address. And so she gave me an address right down the street from where I was at, because I was at a Wawa charging my phone. And all I had to do was walk like 1 block. I was like, what the hell? I just jumped off the bus randomly, dog. I just jumped off that bitch. I was like, man, I'm jumping off this hoe, man. This hoe gave me the wrong address. I got to go back. So I jumped off the bus. And then all of a sudden I see a Wawa. I was like, man, I'm finna grab me something to eat. See if I could charge my phone, because my junk was dying. So I jumped off, grabbed me something to eat. Plus I had the PlayStation Vita with me. And I just had got that the day before, and I just installed the motherboard on that board. So I was trying to see if it worked or not. So I was charging it up at the same time, charging my phone. So I'm charging my phone, and I got me something to eat. Still charging it. Then I'm calling up the lady at the same time after I ate. And then finally she like, okay, hold up. I got an address for you where you could go. So had an address. It was right down the street. I was like, what the hell? I was like, whatever. Going to a nice fancy spot, office place. Chilled in there for about 30 minutes until a lady called me. She told me, oh, come sign the application in. And then I signed some paper application. And she said, oh, we're going to call you when we get a job. I was like, okay, but the lady said that I already had a job in Opelika, this and that. So now she says she's going to call me. So I go back to the spot. I go back to my spot. And now I'm supposed to be waiting. But then again, she told me that I was supposed to have a job every day in Opelika. That was crazy. And then there was another, before I even went. So let me tell you what happened before this. So before this, DCF canceled my food stamps, and they sent me a paper saying that I have to go to Career Source, which is the job place. So I made an appointment to come on that day that I had came, which is the 12th. So I go back there on the 12th, This is the first day I'm going to that place. Next thing you know, at the same time, I'm still calling for jobs. I'm calling agencies on my way over to the career spot. Because I already know how to look for a job. It's like, that's just, you feel me saying? Like, I don't need nobody to be helping me get a job. Like, if you know what a job at, and then you say, okay, Bill, look, you know what I'm saying? This place is hiring, and it's up to you to go there and get the job or whatever. But to look for a job is easy. You know what I'm saying? So, at the same time, I'm calling agencies, job agencies. Because, you know, job temp agencies, they hire you and send you on work real quick. Because, you know, I need a job bad because I owe my mom about like $4,000. My mom and my sister and my brother, they all gave me money because I didn't have a job. I'm talking about I didn't have no job, dog. I'm talking about it ain't no work. I'm like, how the hell am I broke? Like, bro, I never be broke like this. I never asked my mom for nothing. I asked for nothing, bro. I always had money on my own. So now, all of a sudden, I'm broke. I ain't got no money. Something like that. But I'm kind of seeing the similarities to my brother. My brother, this is how this nigga was when he was in Tampa. So my brother, he moved from Fort Lauderdale to Tampa. And this nigga was doing bad. This nigga, I don't know, he went to school out there. And he got this girl pregnant out there. And this nigga used to come, like I was still staying at my old girl house, my mom house. And this nigga coming back, man, this nigga stealing stuff from us, like stealing stuff from me. Because I was working at the time at a job. You know what I'm saying? A little nice, decent little job. So this nigga used to come back and forth, like, you know, to visit us. Oh, what's up, man? Spend the night at his mom's house. And then he go back probably like a couple of days. But when the nigga go back, he be stealing stuff. So he might steal my clothes. I be gone. Next thing you know, I don't know where my shirt at. Like, where my shirt at? Like, damn, I lost my shirt. Next thing you know, the whole time, this nigga was the one stealing my clothes, stealing my cell. He stole my cell phone. I had a Boost cell phone that I had bought off eBay. It was a flip phone with a blurb. Man, I was finna turn that bitch on. Well, I think it was my old phone. So that phone was before Metro came out. So I had a Boost mobile phone before Metro came out. It was expensive. But I had put that out of commission. I was like, man, I ain't gonna turn that bitch back on. Metro too cheap. Metro is really affordable. So I was like, man, Metro is where it's at. So I put that phone out of commission and just left it there. This nigga stole my phone, bro. Stole my phone. He's stealing everything, bro. So this nigga is doing bad. Stealing stuff from me. You know what I'm saying? Stealing stuff from just the house. And asking people for money, bro. Asking my homie. Asking my moms and them, just harassing people for money. Oh, can I let me hold money? So now, I feel like this is what I'm going through right now, bro. Like, what the hell? I'm asking people for money. I ain't never asked nobody for money. I've been messing with my cousin for years. I ain't never asked that nigga for $1. Never asked nobody for nothing. So now all of a sudden, I'm in this predicament where I can't get a job. I can't find no money. Like, what the hell going on here? Why I'm not working and this, that, and that. I'm asking people for money. So it's weird. So now, I'm over here, you know, in debt because I have to pay these people back. So I'm trying to go to a job, and then I was going to the job. So they told me to go to DCF, the food stamp people, cancel my food stamp. They told me to go to the DCF people to see about a job. So I go to the place to go see about a job. And on my way there, I'm calling people up, like agencies, about a job. Next thing you know, the first call I made, Express Employment. She's like, oh, yay. Hey, man, I'm really looking for somebody right now to work at Amazon. Work at Amazon, rebuilding Amazon. I guess they building a new Amazon, so they need somebody to build it, to build the inside or something. I was like, yeah, I could go, but I had to get my food stamp. You hear me? They threw me $400 on my food stamp, so that junk kind of straight. I had to have $400. So I told her. She said the thing started at 12, and she said the job started at 12. How far are you? How fast can you get here? And I was like, damn, bro, I got to go to this food stamp place, because if I don't go to this food stamp place, they're going to cancel my food stamp. And then I was like, damn. And then she said, oh, it's going to be for a week. I'm finna be working there for a whole week. So I was like, it's only 8 o'clock. It was 8 o'clock. She wanted me to be there at 12, but she wanted me to sign the application at 11 or 10. So I was like, damn, I could go to 2 places at once. So I said, I'll be there at 11:30. I go out there to the food stamp place. I tell the lady, I said, yo, I need to do this food stamp thing. She said, it's going to be a while. You're going to wait 2 hours. And then I'll see you. And I was like, 2 hours? It's 2 hours, so it's like 9 o'clock. So 8, 9, 10. This would be like 10 o'clock. And I was like, man, that's cutting it real close, because I got to catch the bus all the way to Doral, which is like an hour away. So I was telling the lady, I said, man, I need to leave. I can't stay here. I got a job offer. Somebody's offering me a job, and I have to reschedule. And she said, why won't you just reschedule? And I was like, I was like, all right. So I told the lady I'm rescheduling. So as I'm leaving, going to the spot, I put the coordinates on my phone. The phone told me to catch this bus, catch that bus, and then I should walk a couple of blocks, and then I should be there. So I catch that bus. My phone is dying too. That was like at 5%. So in my mind, I already seen how the route would go. The bus should be making about 5 turns. So at the 5th turn, I should get off. So he made the 5th turn, but he made the 4th turn, but he didn't hit the U-ey, because he was supposed to hit the U-ey to go back up that way. So I'm like, okay, he just did the 4th turn. He's supposed to do a U-ey. He ain't do the U-ey. I was like, what the hell? I said, where you going? Next thing you know, I looked on the phone, bro. Homie did not do the U-ey. I'm thinking I'm still waiting on the U-ey. I was like, oh, it's a bigger U-ey than I thought. He never hit the U-ey, bro. He just kept on going. Next thing you know, he made a 5th turn, but he made it right. His 5th turn supposed to be the left, and I was like, oh. I looked at my phone. Next thing you know, I'm way over here. I don't know where I'm at. I'm like, what the hell going on? So now it's like 11. It's like 10 o'clock. And I told him, I said, where you going now? I said, I'm trying to get to 82nd Street. He's like, oh, bro, it's going to be a long while till I get there. I was like, bro, you were supposed to make the U. He's like, nah. I was like, what? So I jumped off the bus. I was like, yo, where the hell? So I'm looking to see about where I go at. The GPS told me to walk and catch the 2 again. I jumped on the 2, and the dude had to do his whole route again. By the time I would have got there, man, it would have been... Well, I got there so late. The lady... It was about like 12:30. And I was like, hey, I'm here for the Amazon job. The lady called me. She told me to slide. And the lady was like, oh, that job is fully booked. I was like, what? She was like, yeah, the job is fully booked. So now I have to go back to the food stamp place to get my food stamp. So from how I was seeing that shit, man, I kind of felt like they were trying to fuck up my food stamp. You know what I'm saying? They were trying to mess me up, because I went to the place. I was just like, man, I'm gonna just go here and do what they need me to do and then leave, because I was looking for a job. But then again, they try to mess me up, and then they say, oh, come back, and then whatever. She was like, but whatever. But after that, I went back to the food stamp place. I told the lady, I said, yeah, I'm back. She said, you back? What are you doing here? Dog, the lady started crying, bro. I was like, dog, this lady was crying, bro. Like, when I came back, she was crying, bro. She was tears. What are you doing here? You told me you was coming on a Thursday. I was like, what? I was like, man, I ain't got no money to be coming back Thursday, bro. I thought I had this job, but they canceled the job. And she kept on saying, but you said Thursday you was coming back. And I said, yeah, I said that, but they canceled my job. What you want me to do? Come back Thursday. I said, dog, I ain't got no money to be coming back Thursday. And then she started speaking in Spanish to her coworkers. People started to come out, like, what's going on with her? And she was just like, man, you say he's supposed to come back Thursday. And I know she was saying that in Spanish, because I can kind of hear a little bit. And she was saying it, and then she was mad. And then she was just mad, and she went back into her little mini square, little cubicle. And then she started talking on the phone. And she started crying. And then she was like, I was like, what the hell? And I just sat down. I'm like, man, I ain't leaving this spot, bro. Y'all better fix my food stamp, or tell them food stamp people that I had came over here, that I'm doing a program, whatever, dog, because I ain't leaving, because, dog, I've been out of money for about 2 months, bro. No cash. You know what I'm saying? No cash, bro. I just had, you know what I'm saying? I feel like they hating on me because I'm in this RV and I'm parked in a spot where I'm just in a spot where they just waiting for the police to tell me to move. And if the police tell me to move and I ain't got the cash, what's gonna happen? They gonna try to tow my shit, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what. And then he's like, well, I ain't got no money for the tow. I ain't got no money for the tow. I ain't got no money for nothing. They try to cancel my license. Like, they try to put me in a tough position, dog. Like, they cancel my license. So I had to pay a ticket, right? So I paid the ticket because they said that I ran a red light. The ticket was about $350. I'm like, what? I had to borrow that money from my mom. So I paid the money. Then they said, oh, we lost the money. We lost the money order. I was like, how you lost the money order, bitch? The money order was in the envelope. So now they said, oh, your license is still suspended. Next thing you know, I get a call from the spot where I had my car, because my car broke down. So the dude like, hey, you gotta move your car, or you're gonna get towed. I was like, what? I said, bruh, what are you talking about? Yeah. So I had to move my car. Plus I had the roadside. They canceled my roadside. So roadside, I paid that every year. And I already paid it for the year. So if I had my roadside, I could have called my roadside and told the roadside, look, man, move my vehicle, brother, because they saying that they can't fix the car. So they canceled my roadside. They canceled they suspended my license. So I can't get a U-Haul to move my car. And yeah, they try to put me in a tough position, man. So all of a sudden, and then I couldn't much even rent out a U-Haul because U-Haul said, oh, your license is suspended. I was like, what? My license is, yeah, your license is suspended. We can't rent you out a vehicle. You have to get somebody who with a valid driver license in order for you to rent out the vehicle. I was like, what? So now my license is suspended, my roadside suspended, and this guy's calling me saying, hey, we're gonna tow your vehicle. And then to get the vehicle out the tow yard is like $500. You know what I'm saying? 300, 200 just to get the car out the tow. And then it can't much even drive because my car was broken down because of the busted gasket. So it can't drive, so I can't drive it out the lot. So I would have been in more money. And I don't much even have a job. They're not giving me no jobs on the app. I've been looking for the app. Even though I got all these credentials, I got food safety credentials. I had it for 3 years. I paid like $200. I paid $20 for it. $20 to $30 for it. And I still haven't used it really, dog, like on a job really to be like, okay, oh yeah, you food safety, so we're going to get you on the team. Never used it. And it's finna expire next year. Yeah, so did all that, man, and I felt like they just was trying to put me in a situation where the police get called. So this is the same situation here. I'm in this little RV on the side of the road. Now, there was this, this dude over here called the police multiple times to try to get me out of here. The police knocked on the door. Hey, who's in there? Who's in there? I remember the first time I got here, police came over here and said, oh, calling my brother, my mom, and them. Oh, he got to move it. I was like, what the hell? Like, I'm low key, bro. Nobody knows me. I put a for sale sign on this bitch. Like, how you know that I'm just not? And I tell him, man, I said, bro, I'm working inside of here. He's like, hell no. Like he knew I wasn't working in here. So I was just like, damn. All of a sudden, police just don't come over here. The dude don't bother me anymore. But I kind of felt like I don't feel, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'd rather have money in my pocket. When I want to leave, I could leave. But the situation, putting me in a situation where I can't much even, you know what I'm saying, to even go anywhere because I ain't got no scratch. So I'm like, man, it's a setup. They trying to set me up because I got a broken down vehicle that's down the street because I just moved it over there. Now, all I need is $800, and then I could repair my vehicle. Then I have to buy the gaskets and all the components that go with the car. It's about like $400, and then to machine the heads is gonna be about like $300 something just to machine both of the heads. So I don't got no money, so how I'm gonna get that bitch done, dog? I worked at a job, man. They paid me $200, man, a day. So if I work 2 jobs, that's $400. 4 jobs, if I work a week, that's about $800 right there. And they don't want to give me no work. So now I'm just stuck, waiting on jobs. I go to this place, they playing with my jobs. They don't want to give me food stamp now. I think they trying to cancel the food stamp because I think they probably gave me too much. So they like, oh, we gave them too much money, so we have to see about canceling this food stamp. Like, what the heck? You know what I'm thinking too? I'm thinking, dog, they want me to sell the food stamps because they gave me $400, and to machine my car is about $400. You know what I'm saying? So they thinking that, oh, we gonna get him to sell the food stamps, and then they cancel. I get caught. You know I'm gonna get caught, man. This is one thing I do see, bro. Everything that you do, dog, or when they take the money from you, dog, it's always trying to prompt the police to come at you, the police to come do something with you. You know what I'm saying? So look at the situation here. I'm parking on the side of the road. What did the guy do? Call police. Oh, he's here. He's here. And he's like, oh, you can't stay in there. You know what I'm saying? Oh, the cop was like, oh, you can leave his car here, but he can't stay here. You know what I'm saying? But that's been a lot of stuff. Like, people been, sleeping in parking lots and they call the police, stuff like that. Every time your money is being taken away from you, dog, it's just for you to try to, do something that's illegal because you ain't got no money for the cops to be called on you, man. Just like right now, I have my vehicle over there parked. Cops, they gonna call the cops on me. I ain't got no money, so but I got $400 food stamp. Oh, they want me to go sell a food stamp. So if I'm out here on the corner, I'm not much even on the corner, bitch. I'm in the grocery store, cause that's where you gonna sell a food stamp at. You gonna be at Walmart, yo, and there's a cop right there at Walmart. And then all it takes is one puss-ass, dirty-ass, white trash-ass he's selling food stamps. He's bothering us. Next thing you know, cop come up to you, hey, what are you doing? I heard you selling food stamp. Oh, that's a federal crime. You're going to jail. Or you're getting arrested, and then what's going to happen? They're going to take away your food stamp, bro. So I'm like, bro, why would I do that, bro? Like, I could get me a job, dog. Look, I'm moving. I got all my legs and everything, bro, and I still can't work. They want me to sell food stamp because I guess it's hood, or they want the police to